morning, dear students. Today I am going to take English reader for class 8. So, we are in the lesson 3, that is animal feeling at home. Okay. So first part we have finished, and now we are in the second page. We were discussing about the sound condition of the zoo, where the animals have place to live, place to rest, place to eat, and everything they have, place for hanging around. They don't need to worry about food or any well possession. They have a sufficient space in the wild forest, exploring it, making it out in all normal ways of species, which spray or urine perhaps. So once this moving in ritual is done, and the animals has settled, it will not be like a nervous tenant, no, and even less like a prisoner, but rather like a landholder, and it will behave in the same way within its enclosure as it would be in its territory and while including defending the tooth and nail should it be invaded. So what happened here? If the animals are kept in the zoo, they will feel at home. If you take them outside of the jungle, they will feel out of place. What is this? Instead, they will go back to the forest. That is their home. They feel at home, where they will behave within itself and close in itself. So one might even argue that if an animal could choose with intellectual or intelligence, it would choose to be live in the zoo. Opportunity for living in the zoo naturally. All the animals, they will choose to live naturally in the zoo. Since the major difference between the zoo and the wild is the absence of parasites. Parasites means living on another. Okay. Parasites, what is the meaning of parasite? Parasite means living on another. Where lion lives on another animals. Where tiger lives on other animals. So it is a parasite. Absence of parasite and enemies and the abundance of food in the first place. Okay. And there is a respect for a respective abundance and scarcity in the second. There is a security, respect in abundance, scarcity in the second. Think about it yourself. Would you rather be put up at the site with free room service and unlimited access to a doctor, or be homeless without a soul to take care of you? Which one you will choose? Whether you will choose in a free room service, or you will choose a homeless service, homeless person, or homeless where there is no one to take care of you. Naturally we will choose room service, and where there is unlimited access of doctors. So in the same way, animals will choose where there is more comfortable. Food is there in a week. They don't need to go for hunting animals. So food is available in abundance. Enemies are also not there, so they can live peacefully. So in the literature can be found legions of example, means Varieties of example, as we can see here, legions. Legions means plenty or variety of examples of animals that could escape but not, or did and returned. This is the case of the chimpanzee whose cage. This is the case of chimpanzee whose cage door was left unlocked and had swung open. What happened here? There is a case, okay, they have studied that in the cage where chimpanzees there, they leave the gate open. But to a surprise, this chimpanzee always shut it. Again, it closed the door back. Repeatedly, it is kept open. Again, the chimpanzee goes and closes the door. That means he feels comfortable there in that zoo. Increasing anxious. Anxious means mental thinking, pressure. The chimpanzee began to shrink. I don't know why. And to slam the door shut repeatedly. When the door is kept open, again the chimpanzee goes and closes the door repeatedly. Many times it did like that, until the keeper, notified by the visitors, hurried over the remedy to the situation. Okay, anytime when the door is open, the chimpanzee goes and closes the door. Again, another example is there. A herd of roe deer. Okay, it is an animal in an European zoo stepped out of the coral island or coral when the gate was left open. It is a zoo in European island. So zoo gate was kept open. So what happened? A roe deer came out of the zoo, frightened by the visitors. The deer vaulted for the nearby forest to hide himself, which had its own herd of wild roe deer and could support more. Nonetheless, what happened? The zoo roe deer quickly returned to their coral because the zoo felt safe in the coral forest. Zoo. They feel that zoo was their home. They felt at home. In another zoo, a worker was walking to his work at site at an early hour, carrying plank of wood, when to his horror, what happened? A bear emerged in front of him early in the morning, herding straight from him at a confident pace. Confident pace means the bear is coming straight towards the worker. So what did the man do? The man dropped the planks and ran for life. The Jew staff immediately, staff means a person, okay, the Jew staff means a person, immediately started searching for an escaped bear. No? Jew staff, one who looks after the Jew, is looking for the bear, where the bear has gone, where it has escaped. So they found it in its enclosed, means in its place, having climbed down into its pit the way it had climbed out, by way of the tree that had fallen over. So it was thought that the noise of the plank of wood falling to the ground had frightened it. It was believed that the falling of the plank had frightened the chimpanzee, and it went back out of fright, because they feel that their home is safe, that their place is safe, their forest is safe, the Jew is safe. When he threw the plank, the chimpanzee got frightened, and so he returned back to his home, where where he was living. So what this lesson says, feeling at home. Animals will feel at home in the forest, where the zoo, where there is no enemy, where the food is available. People will live at home. People will not go away from the home and live in the forest. They feel at home. Their home is their place. They will live peacefully. Even there is nothing to eat, they will live. So this is a lesson. If you cut away the trees or if we remove the trees, where will the animals live? That is their home. So we have to protect, take care of those animals and preserve the zoo. So with this, I conclude the lesson. We have come to the end of the story. Beautiful story, feeling at home. Animals have their own home. They will, if you chase away from the forest, again they will come back to their home. So thank you and see you in the next class.